Hello, everyone, and welcome to Short Rest for episode 95. Before we begin, Steve, give us that rundown.
Before I do that, how dare you? I want him to join us!
Legal, Steve, legal.
With that, hello everyone, my name is Steve. I am a community manager for Wizards of the Coast. The opinions and thoughts expressed in here do not represent anybody but myself. And speaking of that, I want him to join us! Come on, he's so cool!
You guys were riding upon the... Oh, like I usually do, and I'm starting to do this now. Do you guys have any lingering questions or comments before you begin to the recap?
Yes, how dare you?
I like Beach. I made him, and I was like, "There's gonna be."
I want him. He's so cool.
There has to be.
Come on, join us.
There has to be a reject.
I'll say my thoughts when we get there, but no lingering thoughts.
Okay. You guys started off on the back of Godric's. Only if so far away, reaching into about to fight a giant horde of these moth-like creatures. Only for them, a good chunk of them to be burned by Paylor's light, the last boon given to the divine intervention from Vera.
Which I'm grateful for. That surprised me.
Hey, as long as I can keep surprising you guys. Yeah, but you've learned a little bit about these creatures and what they can do, and why they are guarding the Evergrey's tower. They are fast. They are actually really fast. They can keep up with a dragon. They have this gaze where they can negate or prevent natural 20s. You good? I'm gonna take this away from you. He's like, what the? Why? So yeah, they can do that, and there's another ability they have I wasn't able to use because it never came up, but we'll get into that later.
Sorry, I'm looking at the win notification for us right now. Not good.
Fun.
Also, so that all happened. You guys were able to fight off a few things. Now seeing that they're susceptible to fire, another good information to have. Yeah, I always wanted to have a fight where you guys are on top of a dragon. I thought that would be really, really cool. And also give you guys options to help Godric's dodge arcane cannons. By the way, it would have been really bad. It would have been 10d10 lightning damage.
Ooh.
And it would have given you disadvantage on your ability checks to hold on to the scales. So you guys could have fall. But the fact that you'd casted fly negated that part. I was like, that's really smart. That was really cool.
I have a question on this entire that entire battle sequence there. What honestly would have happened if I had decided to activate Giant Smite?
It would have forced Godric to spin a certain direction, and I think it may have been a little harder for you to hold on, because scales peel off.
Ooh.
It would have hurt him, and it would have made you fall, but you're flying, so who knows?
Yeah, I there was a moment in time where I thought about activating it to hopefully deal with these creatures faster, but as we saw through Rolly's stellar combat performance, this is definitely one for the books. Definitely a good resume, highlight for
Cloud
Rolly's.
Ruin is so cool. Yeah. It's so cool, and the fact that you negated a nat 20 and redirected to someone else is so cool.
Yeah, Vera thanks you. That creature did not. But
that's so cool. I also like the idea of a silhouette escaping you and playing bodyguard and almost like an oily ichor just like teleporting the attack to someone else. I'm like, oh, it's so cool. Great collaboration.
It was phenomenal that it was a nat 20. I think as an introduction to the entire rune arsenal, like that was just a cherry on the top. That was so good.
I always like those action sequences where like an action star hits someone and the guy staggers and they start to finish someone off and then turn their attention back to someone and be like, oh, you're back to it? Now you're dead. I like the idea of you attacking, and then going fire ruin. And it's such a cool action sequence. Yeah, there were a lot of important moments in that fight. Casting fly and flying yourself for Savannah was clutch. That negated a lot of moments where if things gone south, you would have... Like the fact that you had Felix's wings and you activated them after you failed your check temple, that would have flung you off.
I figured as soon as I realized, oh, we're about to have an aerial fight. That was the first thing in my brain. I'm like, yeah, everyone's gonna have wings because we can't.
Clutch.
It wasn't worth the risk.
Very clutch.
Go.
So that was clutch. And then for Vera to sacrifice, and then also using Lucky was also pretty nice. But also sacrificing your bond or using up a bond on your turn and just you fully using your turn to dodge was nice, and that very helpful.
I was like, no, if that hits him, we're screwed.
Yeah. And then of course the battle prowess of Rolly, that was really, really nice. And then you guys finally jumped off at the end of Fly, landing in within an alleyway and having sort of this moment of like, where do we go? I wanted to leave options for you guys where there was options to find out either you guys were going to rush towards the tower or learn more information. You guys decided to learn more.
I don't feel like we've gotten as far as we have by going in guns a-blazing, with the exception of Olivia, just because we were like now or never moment. But I feel like for the most part, we've tried to
and not
show our hand.
Another crazy thing is that I don't think we're at a point where I don't think you guys will have the option to fully rest anymore.
Yeah, that's why I'm watching what I'm personally doing.
You know, like taking a long rest where?
Yeah.
So we're hitting that point. You guys have short rests, obviously, but you know, use your abilities wisely at this point. The fact that you're being sneaky is smart. And then you met. Now let's go to the biggest thing. You met Beecha.
Dude, that story was like, we was like, what do you mean they beat? Oh, and I know you keep you always talk about us like, you know, finding pets in this campaign. Instantly, as soon as you said that, I'm just like.
I wanted a reject. So Beecha is the combination of a goblin and a beholder. The attempt to make the dreamer a reality or a physical manifestation of mixing a beholder didn't go quite as well and turned out to be one of the rejections. So Beecha is like, you could have been our star pupil, but you suck. You can't do anything a beholder can do. You're just a goblin with an eye with telepathic abilities. And so, yeah, he's kind of the punching bag, you know, smart like a beholder, very smart, you know, can retain information, but is physically the weakest freaking thing.
Would it be like a homunculus?
It's like a homunculus, yeah.
I really want it now. I want to give it the life it deserves. I just want to be friends with it and have it, you know, be at the Books and Brew with us and feed it good food and good drinks and just be cool with it.
But it's such a sickly design. If what it wants to eat, it has to go.
Yeah, I'm cool with it, like going to back Books and Brew. I don't think it would be a good travel companion, only because it may die. Yeah.
I think once we figure out how to bring the tower down, we could talk about taking it there.
I'm making sure it doesn't get its butt beat in this moment because I may have to punch a guard or two.
You guys took a long time, and I was like, they're gonna finish drinking, and they're gonna go over to Beecha to have their licks because I like beating this guy up.
Just release a bear and be like, he has his own pet now.
Or you could just release Rolly.
Yeah, that too.
I'm pretty sure what's gonna happen. They're gonna come in. We're just gonna close the door, and all hell's gonna break loose.
You should.
Hey, Vera, remember that thing I told you about silence?
Yeah.
Savannah, could you close the door? Vera, could you cast silence?
You guys are gonna have to roll pretty well to hide because these guys are gonna walk in, and if any of them see you guys, they're gonna run out to light a fire somewhere to signify you guys are here.
We don't necessarily need to hide. We just need to get them to come all the way in.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Open the window, hop the other side. You're like Benny Hill, just like going around circles.
I want us to be like in moment where Sav's like, go upstairs, and it's like, what stairs?
In my brain, I thought this was the second story, and then as soon as you said at the end, I was just like, right, wrong building.
Wait. Do we still have Fly?
No, it's over.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would have been amazing. Like, hey, cast Fly on us and let's just fly up and go like really flat up against the roof and just wait for them to come in and close the door and just gently come down. Like, hello there.
Why did I imagine you? I imagined that being like you were gonna grab Beecha and be like, "Let's go!" and fly him out like a Peter Pan situation, like out the window.
If I didn't have a tower to deal with, I totally would. I really would. If it wasn't for that thing up there that's doing the things that has me here on this thing for that thing, I would totally fly around.
But you guys did learn, made friends. I had a social level here, depending on what you guys were gonna do for this guy. Because at first I was like,
We were not gonna be social with those guards at all. We were like, how do we kill them?
because I was really really excited when Savannah was like, I'm gonna be the one to do it. And I was like, it thinks you're a striped leg member. Of course it does. You're a tabaxi. And it's like this little meek guy who's like, oh,
Didn't come across my mind because I was still thinking, I'm like, oh, I probably should have disguised myself for this, but no, he doesn't know a difference between a striped back and a spotted back.
no, I mean, you guys, as far as it's where you belong here.
He's reaching out for a snack, Mike. He literally went like, hey, snacky.
Yeah, so it thinks you belong here, and yeah, I found it really funny. And then you were able to calm it down, convincing it's a friend, and just the acts of gifts, gift giving, like, let me fix your broom, let me give you a shirt. It's like, and then you admit, like, we're not actually part of the Queen's guards or Queen's people. It's like,
They're assholes.
you don't belong here. You're gonna be in trouble. Like,
When you started to panic, I got kind of scared for a moment. I'm like, oh shit, too soon.
My intentions are going to be the next session. I'm going to talk to it and I'm going to tell it, listen, you've told us your story. We're going to tell you ours. We are here to free you. But more than that, we are also here to defeat the Queen so that you will be free. Those brothers and sisters you talk about so much that made you? We've taken them out.
yeah.
You do not owe them anything anymore. I would personally like to be your friend, and I would like you to come with us and be friends with us and enjoy your time here on this plane, this world.
There is a strange thought of, or there's some serendipitous moments where it's he shared with you some information, like there's a back entrance that's
Yeah.
not so heavily guarded. Probably some guards there who are like a smoke break, but there's a better chance here. And then fully admitting, as a DM, there was an opportunity if you guys were going to go with plan A to the drunkards. There could have been an opportunity for you guys to learn of that back entrance too with them. If you were to do a good enough deception and performance check of like, where do you guys hang out when you guys don't want to work? They would be like, oh, dude, hang out in the back area.
I like the creepy little dude better.
Yeah.
Although now that I have ideas, notes for self to take it down.
I was gonna
All right,
say,
he's not creepy. He's our friend now.
if you knock out one of these guys trying to break in here, you could disguise yourself like them.
No, I was
Ooh.
more saying like if we're going to go where they hang out. You know what? I'll save it for next week.
Sure. And last thing you learned from Beecha is that there is a sacrificial chamber.
Yeah, the moment he said that, I think my heart dropped. When he was like, "Oh, the sacrifice chamber is where all your friends and loved ones are." Swell.
Yeah. There's a few rooms within this tower that hold a lot of importance
wrote that down.
and a lot of information. So take your time, be smart. You guys are already pulling some smart moves already. Be resourceful, and you guys are already doing that. So good on you.
Is my swiftness still up? Because I technically drank it when I jumped off a god or express
How long does
for
it
an
last
hour.
for? An hour? That's been an hour yet. It's probably been like 40 minutes.
I'll just put 40 minutes
Yeah.
on this post-it. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 8 things I gotta remember. So write post-its.
All right. Well, any other questions or ideas before we call it a short rest?
I'm just... Go ahead.
He will be my friend. I promise you this. He will be like my if anyone's familiar with Rick and Morty, he will be my Noop Noop.
Oh gosh.
No one will stop me. You will try. You will not stop me.
Well, with that all said and done.
Wait, I have a question.
Oh, what's your question?
No, I was gonna ask, like, those medallions, do they alert her when somebody with one has walked in, or do you just walk in?
You don't know.
That's my issue.
Why would I tell you?
He's like, oh, 3 other people just showed
And
up.
thank
Who
you
the
for the
hell's
idea.
that?
No, I'm kidding.
To say the only reason I'm saying I'm like I'm gonna assume no because we've been on the ground for we'll say like an hour or so at this point, and nothing has happened yet. So
Yeah, but also
Knock on
we just let the dragon loose, so you know.
The dragon. So yeah, Godrix is currently keeping the massive horde busy, and he is at a slight advantage because he can breathe fire. And these things are susceptible.
That's
to fire.
convenient.
So it's very convenient. But there is a lot. There's a lot of numbers, so it's keeping them busy while you guys deal with the ground. With all that said and done, thank you so much for joining us for Short Rest, and we'll see you guys for episode 96.
2 new friends.
Bye.